Hi, today I will do my first analysis on special forces. So instead of using the game, I'm just looking into a Google Sheet where I plug all the data and use a bit of my analytical skills to rank what I think are the best troops for every kind. So the ranking is on the first column, color code for types. So the first chapter I will dedicate to the Infantry Assault. There are three subgroups: assault troops, anti-tank, and mortar. So basically the assault have a special attack skill against infantry, anti-tank, tank, and mortar against nothing. It's more like ignoring defenses. So let's see, these are in the order of my ranking. So for the infantry assault, the first unit I recommend is the 442nd Regiment. I think it's the best unit for assault troops. You need to unlock it in Pacific 42. Why is it good? It has an attack 7. To me, attack is the most important attribute, so it has the highest weight. And then here I calculate an equivalized attack. Basically, the special attribute of the unit is a damage infantry 55%. So if I apply this coefficient to 7, it turns into almost 11 score, which is the highest possible attack in all the infantry units in the game. And on top of that is a move of 3. So this is lethal weapon, slightly low on the health, minor difference, and even 1 in defense. Number 2, I put the Viking. This you unlock in Eastern Front. By the way, parenthesis, the first unit, the 442nd, you only unlock in Pacific 42, which is quite down into the game. So you need the units earlier on. That's why the Viking is already unlocked with the Eastern Front. They have a similar attack, equivalized at 10.2, slower, only 1, slightly more health and more defenses. The third unit I rank is the Samurai. This again you unlock later in the game, Pacific 42nd, Kokoda. Their attack is also 10.8, so again it's one of the highest attacking units. Further slower but good defense, so and also no morale loss. I think that it's a nice combination of attributes, so definitely also this is a good unit. And then number 4 I put the Cossack Cavalry. I do that because again they have a very poor attack, only 6.8 compared to the others. However, is the fastest infantry unit in the game and has an important attribute of 60% attack again. However, with the 6.8 attack rate, if you have a plus 60% of a second attack, still gives you around 10. So it's similar to the other units. But you unlock with Eastern Front 41. Number 5, the White Death. So White Death becomes a bit higher if you play in a snow scenario because they have this snow mobility advantage. Otherwise, they have also a 10.9 attack rate, but in a range of 2. Okay, so I put the Cossack slightly higher because of the 60% attack and the movement abilities. And then 6 and 7, these are far inferior to me. I wouldn't waste any resource in upgrading the SAS and the Suwalska Cavalry. The point of this ranking is that you have these medals and the assault badge, the silver ones basically, and with them you can upgrade your special force. Because the assault badge are limited, you should be very focused and really upgrading and later on promoting only the best units. Think that in an average mission you will use probably 3 special forces, 4. Then you want to have those 3-4 fully upgraded. That's why for infantry assault I would recommend to upgrade only the first 4. And the reason the first 4 is because 2 of them, the For 442nd and Samurai you unlock only later on in the game. So from Easter 41, Cossack and Viking, you should unlock them earlier on. Then let's go into the second group, the anti-tank. So the first, for me, the best unit is the Grenadier, which had a big plus to be open from the moment you start the game. So put any assault badge on the Grenadier to upgrade them quickly, because their attack is only 8.5, so far below the assault troops high standards. Movement of 1, but also they have the big advantage of reducing damage from armor 25%. To me, that's an important skill. Number 2, I put the L39 anti-tank, which have an equivalent attack slightly higher, but they don't have the reduced damage from armor. They have mobility snow, excuse me, which is less desirable. There are only a few missions with snow, so less important. And number 3, I put the NKVD. You also lock in Eastern Front 1941 and Stalingrad. He has a slightly lower attack, 6.8, slightly faster with 2, and chances of reduced damage by 50%, which is not applicable all the time, but still it's a plus. Then I put as number 4 the Akita, because of the low attacks or lower enemy defense. And then further down, Irish Guards and Patriot. These are 2 losers. I don't know why you would spend any dime on them. So to me, for the anti-tank, I would focus on upgrading the top 3 with the big priority to the Grenadier. That's what I've done myself. Now let's go into the last group, the Mortar Troops. For me, the number 1 unit is the Ranger. Why? The Ranger have, first of all, even if it's a special unit, the Mortar Troops, attack still matters. So they have an attack of 7, relatively higher health than average, 160, and even a slightly defense, but also big plus of the 60% attack again. So that makes it, again, if you do the math, 60% chance to deliver another 7, that's roughly a combine of 11 points in attack. The second unit for me is the Glory, which also you unlock in Pacific 42, Corregidor, and they have the plus of reduced damage from armor units of 25%. And the others are weaker, so the 52nd Torino, you unlock in Eastern 1941. He has a 5 attack, quite fast with the 3 move, and reduced damage from air, 30%. The Volunteer Corps, they have an average attack of 5 and 165 health with increased critical rate, so this is not a very important skill. And 5 and 6 again are quite weak. So for the Mortar Troops, I would focus my upgrading effort in the Ranger and the Glory, I think. Potentially, if you reach the 52nd Torino, simply because it's available earlier than the other. Okay, so this concludes my first analysis of Special Force. Also remember that there is the Honor Medal you can buy for $3-4, I think, from the store, and it reduced by 30% the cost of recruiting Special Force in campaign. So normally it costs you 6 coins to recruit a Special Force, but with this medal you only pay 4. And so that means that instead of recruiting 2 Special Force with 12 coins, you can recruit 3. Okay, so that's again a small advantage in the mission. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye now.